welcome to our garden. Behind me you will see our squash. It is currently July 2nd, 2022, and about a month ago our squash did not look like this. Our squash actually began to look like this. We had multiple plants that went down, and I knew that if I didn't start doing some research that pretty soon we would lose all of our plants. What we discovered was that we had squash vine borers. Now the squash vine borers, they start out as moths, and what they'll do is they'll lay eggs, and then those eggs will hatch larvae. And if you'll see the stem of this, they will bore holes into the stem of your squash, and the larvae will go and they will eat the squash from the inside out. And that is exactly what happened with this plant. There was no saving it. So when it gets to this point, pretty much you just need to pull the plants and discard them. However, I wanted to save the rest of our plants, and so in doing research, we found two things that we thought that we would share with you. One is diatomaceous earth. We have that in a little puffer. It's certainly a lot easier to apply this way. Make sure that it's food grade, and anytime that you apply pesticides or herbicides, which we do everything organically, you really want to make sure that it's at dusk. That's when all of your pollinators are going to be leaving your garden. So to make sure that you're not affecting those pollinators, wait till the sun goes down to apply all of these things. Now with the diatomaceous earth, what you'll do is you'll get right up to the stem of the plant. And if you can look way back in there, that's our stem. And you will take this little puffer, and I'm gonna do it right here so you can see it, but you'll take this little puffer and you'll just sprinkle that DE all around the base of your squash. And I went in here and I actually did that to all of the plants. So we have four different kinds of squash. The squash vine borer really doesn't like the butternut squash. We have those at the corners. So it's really all of the rows of squash that we had to treat. Now, after we did the DE, the food grade DE around the base of all of them, the second thing we used was BT. And you'll see it looks like this. It's a concentrate, and it is 1 tablespoon per gallon. Now, I just put mine into a measuring cup. I just thought that it would be a lot easier to carry with me from plant to plant. And then also what I have is a syringe with an 18 gauge needle. So what we did was we just drew up some of that BT into the needle, and then because the squash, the centers of them, the cores of the squash, they have hollow centers. So what we did was we took the needle and we just injected BT into all of the stems. So we just went through, and you'll feel it when you put the needle in there and inject, and it'll go straight in. And as a matter of fact, you can see that it kind of turns blue here, so you know that you're injecting it into the hollow part. What the BT will do is it will go in and it will kill the larvae that has made their home inside of these hollow spaces in your squash. And we didn't know if it was going to work or not. We thought that we may not have any squash this year at all, but as you can see, the squash plants all survived. We did not have any other plants that were affected by the squash vine borer. They all lived, they are all healthy, and we actually have been able to get 2 huge tubs of squash and zucchini off of our plants, which we have already put into the freezer. We are super excited about that. So this may be one thing, if you are seeing the same problem, if you think that you have squash vine borers that are attacking your plants, you can give the DE and you can give the BT a try, and hopefully you'll be able to save your plants as well. So we hope that this little tidbit has helped you in your garden and growing successfully, and please like and share our videos.